Welcome back, guys, to another TCS Studios video. So today we're going to be talking about my 2021 custom PC that I built about a year and a half ago, going on 2 years now. So I do have it right here, which you could tell if you watch that original video. It does look quite a bit different now, and we are using only a few components from the original build, as most of the components have been changed or upgraded over the course of the last couple of years, since we've seen prices go down in components such as video cards. We have done some upgrades, and so today we're just going to be talking about what has changed on this computer. So as you can see here, I now have a new case which just got completed recently. This is a Caselabs Merlin SM8. I haven't seen really too many videos on these cases, so if you're looking at trying to buy one of these on the secondhand market now in 2022, I'm hoping to shed some light on what you can do with these, how they look, that kind of thing. So this one is in the gunmetal gray, which apparently, according to Caselabs, is supposed to be a primer finish only, but this finish, it's very durable, it's nice and textured, so I'm not sure what Caselabs was really going for with saying that that's primer, because in my opinion this is perfectly fine as an optional finish. And the videos that I have seen online of this case, there's like one or two maybe when they first got released, maybe 8 or 9 years ago. So there hasn't been really much talk about these cases since then. It's mostly been all about the SM8, which is the larger one with the radiator basement and everything, but this case is already really big, so I feel like this is perfect for me. I don't need a gigantic radiator basement. So, and apologies, my light just apparently decided to die, so we're just going to continue the video. So yeah, let's talk about this thing. So first of all, I went ahead and I bought 5 of the Be Quiet Silent Wings 4 120mm. So this case has spots for probably like 10 to 12 fans, and my old case, it used all 140mm fans. In this case, it can use 140s on the front, but everywhere else it uses 120s, so I just want a consistency across on this one. And when I did buy this case second hand, it came with 2 Noctua 120mm in the front. They're the Redux ones, the gray ones, which I am utilizing in this case as well on the bottom as a GPU intake, and on the very back side. So the Be Quiets are here in the front. I've got 3, and then up top we do have 2 more for exhaust. And I can tell you right now that just with the extra fans and the extra space in here, I am seeing about a reduction of 7 to 8 degrees in CPU temps, and as well as GPU as well, since my old case, it only had 1 intake and it had 2 exhausts on the top and 1 at the back. So this has much more airflow. I'm really happy about that. Unfortunately, there's no sort of dust filter on the front here. That wasn't really something they did back in 2012, 2013, so I will have to watch the dust on this one a little bit more, but I'm not too upset about that, honestly. The other thing that I realized about this case is that you have 2 sets of your USB 3 here. This top one I do have plugged in, but the bottom one is not plugged in because it is a separate header, and so you have to have 2 USB 3 internal headers, which on most motherboards these days you don't have that. So I'm probably going to have to get a PCI card, or if I really don't care, I'm just going to get an adapter to USB 2 and then just run these for stuff like my mouse and stuff. I can run it on USB 2 just fine, so no real problem there. Next, I do want to talk about, well, this isn't something that probably everyone will have to deal with, but I did get a pretty good deal on this, and unfortunately the previous owner kind of neglected the case a little bit. I don't want to say abused, but I had to completely disassemble this case, which isn't that hard. Everything's just friction fit in on this case, but I completely disassembled it and actually took it into my shower and washed it down just with water. I didn't use any soap or anything, and it was just caked with dust so bad. So I did that, and then a lot of the clips in here, they were weak, either from, you know, use over time in and out, taking the panels off, or they were bent. I'm not sure. So what I did was I just took some needle nose pliers and I just pinched them together just a little bit more, a couple more millimeters on each one, and now everything fits nice and snug without being loose. The front is a little bit loose, but it's not like it's moving around and stuff, so I just didn't want to push it too far. And then the back side, I did put quite a bit more pressure on those clips, just so that these cables and stuff don't end up making the side just pop off randomly. So but yeah, let's take a tour on the inside in just a moment, and then we'll talk about the other components on the inside. Alright, so the inside, what I did, I ended up finding a Gigabyte Aorus Elite Z490 board. It looked like to have been a return item, so it was barely used, but it was a return item as far as I could tell, and it works perfectly. I had the Gigabyte Z490M Gaming X before in my other build. That's a micro ATX form factor, and I was actually starting to have issues with that motherboard, which we didn't know it was a motherboard at first, but I would have random problems where screens would just be flashing black. I was having issues streaming Plex. The whole screen was just black, and just a couple of other things that kept getting really annoying. So part of this rebuild that I just did is to alleviate any reliability issues that I may have been having, and so far this motherboard's been rock solid. As you guys know, I am a Gigabyte fanboy. I was considering the EVGA motherboard, but those are still about $300 used, so I ended up finding this one for $130, and it has some nice lights on it, RGB, and I've been pretty happy with it. Next up, we do have the Darkrock Pro 4 cooler, and the reason that I got that is, as you guys know, I used to have the Corsair H115 Pro XT, and the old case, that did not fit the 3090 Ti that you guys see there, so that had to go, and I got the best air cooler money could buy for that time being, and unfortunately I can't run the front fan on it because of RAM clearance. That's the one thing I'm pretty disappointed about with that Be Quiet cooler, but other than that, it's got Thermal Grizzly Conductonaut thermal paste on there, so that's pretty much the best you can get. It lowers temps about 5 degrees from, you know, anything else like Arctic 5 silver, anything else like that you'd be seeing on the market available. So definitely well worth the investment. I've used that stuff on everything. I use it on my server. My server runs at 34 degrees C on the CPU temps in the middle of the summer. My living room gaming PC, it runs at about 32 degrees. It has the Corsair liquid cooler on it now in my living room PC. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I've got the same Corsair. It's the 3600 megahertz RGB. I can't remember what this is called. I don't know if it's still a Vengeance or not. No problems there. And the EVGA 3090 Ti, as I just mentioned. I got this about 2.5 months ago now, and I was finally able to upgrade from my 980 Ti, which I still have, and I'm probably going to be using it in something else because that's just such a good graphics card. And of course, I still have my Seasonic 850 watt. I believe it's either a titanium or I can't remember the other one. It's higher up there in efficiency. It's not diamond. It's either titanium or the one below it. And honestly, if I had any other cheaper power supply, I would probably be upgrading it because of the 3090 Ti and the i9 10850K. But this one is a super high quality Seasonic unit. It's fully modular, and I have trust in it that it's going to be able to power this system, which, by the way, I have been using it like this for quite a while, and I've had no issues while gaming. So I believe this power supply is going to be fine for this build still. So we're going to continue to run it. So I have upgraded to a Samsung 980 Pro 2TB. I still have my original 500 gig right here from the original build that still has my original Windows install on it. I still need to pull a few things off of this, and then I'll be ready to wipe it and use it in another system. But the 2TB allows me to pretty much just have one drive for my games. I don't have a whole lot of games, so the 2TB is perfectly fine. And if it does become a problem, I can either upgrade to a 4TB or buy another 2TB, put it in the other slot for extra game storage. So that's pretty much where we're at on this build right now. Nothing too crazy. I finally got a Caselabs case. That's kind of the main point of this video, and I've been wanting one of these for quite a while, since since they went out of business, and they kind of blew up because they went out of business, and you know, their stuff was so good. And it's crazy that these things are still going for 4 times of how much that they cost brand new. But yeah, I'm really happy about this, and if we have any other updates, we'll let you guys know in the future. One thing I do want to do is a full custom liquid water cooling loop, which some people may think I'm crazy for that. But first of all, I have the bigger case, so I have the support to do that as well. So I'll be able to put, you know, a quadruple radiator in the top, and it's pretty much the only thing in the PC world that I have not done is a full custom loop. And it's been on the bucket list for quite a while, but that'll be quite an expensive addition to this. So that will be coming hopefully in the next 3-4 months. This took up a big chunk of money to get it like this already. So that's pretty much it, guys, on my 2021 PC build. Like I said, not too much remains from the original build, but you know, that's part of having your own custom PC. It's gonna evolve over time. You're gonna upgrade it over time, and you know, if you have a PC for, you know, 5 years or more, you may only have like the same CPU and motherboard. So anything's possible with these PCs. I'm really happy about where it is right now. It does everything I need to do perfectly. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to quit rambling on here about stuff, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We have PC videos, Mac videos, iPod videos, car videos as well, which we haven't done too much because there hasn't been, you know, a whole lot to say about it. But you know, we'll have some stuff like that coming up soon to show you guys. And so yeah, subscribe, like if you like that kind of stuff. And that's it, guys. We'll see you in the next video.